Research has shown that one of the first things people learn in a new language, aside from learning the basic greetings and polite expressions, is the insults and abuses in that language. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 30 contemporary words and phrases for insults and abuses in Igbo language. Do stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Ebuka and I welcome you to the Igbo Lab. In this lab, I dissect everything about Igbo language, Igbo history, Igbo culture, as well as Igbo art. And today, I'm going to be sharing with you 30 words and phrases for abuses and insults in Igbo language. Now, it's important to ask, why do I want to share this kind of information? Do I actually intend for you to go out there and start insulting people anyhow? Nah, that's not the intention. Now, that's why I want to state this disclaimer. The intention for this topic is just for you to know when you are being insulted in Igbo language and also understand what goes on in the language. Remember, the idea is to teach you everything about Igbo language in this channel. Now, let's head straight into the video. The very first insult I want to be sharing with you right now is the very first one that everybody knows, that like the Onye Mgbu. Remember, we're talking about the contemporary insult like Onye Mgbu. Now, these are the insult that goes on the street right now. If you go down to the southeast or anywhere the Igbo, the younger person is actually doing things, just call you Onye Mgbu. Now, Onye Mgbu is simply saying that someone is a fool. Like, it's used among younger persons, amongst themselves, who just want to play around and someone goes around and be like, Onye Mgbu, that fool, that kind of thing. So when you hear that word, it's actually an insult. His second insult that I'm going to talk about is that word, Nnyele. Now, what is Nnyele actually? Nnyele doesn't actually have a meaning. It's actually crazy how these insults come about, but Nnyele is actually synonymous to the Onye Mgbu. It's another way of calling somebody a fool. Like when someone say you're a fool, and they say, no, Nnyele guy, that fool guy, that kind of thing. Now, the third one is the one that we all don't really know, but is used also on the street right now. And they call it Mwapa. It's a phrase. You say Mwapa. So Mwapa is like calling you nobody. Like if you say, nah, I'm Mwapa, that guy is nobody, that guy is nobody. Mwapa, they can be nobody like you, that kind of thing. It's a big insult. So when you hear that, people say that Mwapa, like somebody is Mwapa, it's just saying that the person is nobody. It doesn't mean anything. That's a bad insult. I don't like that. Now let's go to the fourth one. The fourth one is that phrase, Mwokombi, like Mwa Okombi, the son of Okombi. Now it's actually meaning son of a Mugu. Like, yeah, son of a Mugu. Who is a Mugu? A Mugu is someone that they believe on the street that the guy doesn't know what's up. It's not contemporary. It's not trendy. You don't know what is going on. The person is referred to as a Mugu. So when someone is called Muokumbi in this contemporary times, they refer to the person as son of a Mugu. The person is actually a child of someone who doesn't know what is going on the street. The fifth insult we're going to talk about is that one that is known as Okpolo. Okpolo. Now, what is Okpolo? Okpolo is the contemporary form of calling somebody Ashawu. Now, Ashawo is a Yoruba word, okay, that refers to prostitute. And in Igbo, we actually call it Aponakuna. So whoever that flirts around is called Apona, like that guy flirts around, Apona. But in these contemporary days, they've used Okpolo to replace the Apona. So whoever that flirts around is called Okpolo, now that guy is Okpolo, or that girl is Okpolo, that girl is, or that guy is a prostitute. That's what it means. That's another insult. Let's go to the sixth insult for today. The sixth insult I'm going to be sharing with you is that insult called Onyimi. Onyimi, like Onyimi. Oh, Onyimi, like what is Onyimi? Onyimi is like a saboteur, or Osuimi. Osuimi is older, but recently they modernized it to become Onyimi. So if someone is passing and someone who is known to be a snitch, the person is called Onyimi, like a saboteur. Whatever you hear, now that guy is Onyimi, that guy is a snitch. So that thing means a snitch is a bad word. It's not good for anybody. Let's go to the next one. Now the seventh insult that we're going to be talking about is the one they call Isi Aki. Isi Aki. Yeah. What is Isi Aki? Isi Aki is like head of a coconut. Now, Isi is head, Aki is coconut. Now, Aki can also mean palm kernel, but in the context as which it was used, is actually referring to coconut. So when someone is called coconut head, it's just saying that the person is very stubborn. Is a stubborn person. So when someone wants to refer to you as a stubborn person, just say Isi Aki coconut head like you. You know, that kind of thing. That's not cool. Let's go to the next one. Now, the 8th insult that we're going to be talking about is Udele mmiri. Udele, what is Udele? Udele is a vulture. And when someone says Nebu Udele mmiri, it's just saying that someone is so ugly and it looks so worn out and is finished. It's a terrible insult that is used on the spirit. That someone just say Udele mmiri or the Udele mmiri. It just looks like a vulture beaten by the rain. That's what it means. A vulture beaten by the rain. Don't take that as an easy word. That's an insult. Now let's go to the next one, which is the 9th insult, alright? Which is the Ozu. Jesus, this is terrible. When someone calls another person Ozu, it means like you're a corpse. So like someone is a terrible insult that people who just hate you or someone who just want to make you feel irritated and angry and you just pass around like Otolika. It's a terrible way these days of cursing someone. It's a big insult. The next one, which is the 10th insult, is Ala asaj, like you are going crazy. Now, what is the meaning of asaj? Asaj, like you are going sanko, like you are going mad. Now, the term asaj was gotten from one of Fino's songs. One of the what and that, I go to asaj, that kind of thing. So that asaj is gotten from Fino's song and is now used on the street to mean someone who has gone crazy, is now gone haywire. So that whenever someone wants you to kind of feel like, okay, are you actually going crazy? Like, but sometimes it's used not in a very bad way. It's amongst men who are familiar with each other and they're just yapping themselves and be like, it's like you're going crazy. That's another abuse in Igbo language. Alright, the 11th insult we're going to talk about now is that insult that is called Onye like Onye, or someone say Onye, like Ohita is a place, right? But it's actually used now to mean someone who is a mad person. So so like this one is opposite like the asaj thing. Asaj is for someone who you just want to cajole. Are you going crazy or what? But here is totally a mad person who is mad on the street. And then if we want to talk about the person, say he has gone crazy. He's mad completely. So that's another insult. Imagine that being used on you. You don't want to think about that. Now, the next one that we're going to talk about right now is the insult called Okpo. Now, this insult is not really contemporary, but it doesn't go out of fashion. Now, Okpo is someone who is so stupid. Like stupid person, that kind of thing. So Okpo is like your stupidity is like next to power 100. So that kind of Okpo thing. That Okpo is a stupid person, simple and short. Let's move on. The next one that we're going to talk about is that terrible insult known as Ezi. Oh God. Ezi. What is Ezi? Ezi is a pig. There's a place in Onitsha, like Onitsha, the southeast Nigeria. This Onitsha has a place in Onitsha called bida. Now, bida used to be a very dirty place. So there's a type of pigs that actually hang around in this bida. They want to describe how dirty a person is. The person is often called bida. So when someone wants to call you or make you feel bad, or want to describe how dirty another person is, he said, no, all the case is bida. It looks like the pig from bida. That when you hear that, that is a terrible insult to say that the person is very or extremely dirty. That's it. That's another insult. The next insult for this day is the Onye Asiri. Now, Onye Asiri is a gossip. So someone calling you Onye Asiri means that he's calling you a gossip. Remember, we are still treating the words and phrases for contemporary insults in contemporary Igbo society. So when someone calls you Onye Asiri, it's just calling you a gossip, like you go around gossiping around. Next one is when someone calls you Anumanu. Anumanu is animal. So when someone displays a type of attitude that is animalistic, the person is often called Anumanu, animal like you. So that is another abuse, and you don't want to have that. The next insult we're going to talk about is dowaa. Now, Agu is a lion, and a lion tearing your jaw apart is what it means. Like the lion should tear your jaw apart. It's a big insult that says you should just, I hate you so much that I want the lion to just tear your jaw apart. That mouth that you are just using to say rubbish, I want the lion to tear it apart, that kind of thing. And there is another insult. Now the next one we're going to talk about is when someone says, Isi Nkàkwu. Isi Nkàkwu means that you smell like a mice. Of course, you know there's a smell, odor that comes with the mice, aside from the rats. Now, that mice thing, odor thing, is just like calling someone that Isi Mgbu, like the he-goat, that kind of thing. So if someone has a particular odor or stench, the person just is afraid to say, Isi Nkàkwu, he smells or she smells like a mice, that kind of thing. Then the next one is a kind of not just an insult, but an abuse and also a curse. When someone say, Amadioha, like thunder should strike you dead. Like thunder strike you. It's a big abuse. Like it's not just an insult, it's just a curse also. And when you hear that person just insulted you big time, and you have to just know that. The next one is when someone call you Ochi. Ochi is a deaf person. Like when you are not doing what is supposed to be done, or you have been warned many times, and someone comes up and say, there. It's like you are deaf. It's like you are deaf. That kind of thing. That insult is not cool, and you should know that. All right. Then the next one that we're going to talk about is also is a bat. So if someone, let's say if you see someone who wants to describe how ugly another person is, or when they are having a fight, he just goes about to call him also. Also is just saying that the person is a bat, is ugly, simple and short. Let's go to the next one. The next one is for us, some of us, bad guys who sing. We sing. People often say that like you have a frog voice. A frog voice is like a cracked voice. Like it's not neat, it's not smooth at all. So when someone sings and another person calls him or her Oluawo, it's just saying that the person's voice is just cracked and is not good for singing. That's the insult. Let's go to the next one. Now, the next insult we're going to talk about right now is the insult that is known as Iti Pataka. Iti is a dollar. Oftentimes they say Iti means that you are dull. But when someone is called Iti Pataka, it's just saying that the person is so dull that he or she cannot conceptualize anything in a book. So whenever someone is called Iti Pataka, that's a terrible insult and abuse, and you should not be taking that. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Onyoshi. Who is Onyoshi? Onyoshi, when they call Onyoshi is a thief. But in this context, whenever someone when they want to describe someone who is greedy, someone who wants to have much more than he or she has put into a business deal, he or she is often referred to as Onyoshi, a thief. Okay? So it's just like saying, you're a thief, that kind of thing. Next one we're going to talk about is that one. It's not so contemporary, but it doesn't also go out of the equation. And that is the one that you know as Onye iberiibe, or Onye nzuzu. So when you hear Onye iberiibe or Onye nzuzu, it's also referring to a fool who fools around and doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. Yeah, that's what it means. And the next one is when they say riense. As they say the way they do the mouth. Riense there. Alright, eat poo there. And some even put the waka side. Riense there, eat poo there. Eat poo. So Well, it's mostly, this insult comes from most mothers, no? And when a child is misbehaving, it's not coming forth the way the child is supposed to be coming, or is even saying what he's not supposed to say. The mother will just say, "Yes, sit there, eat food there," or even an adult says it to a younger person, but a younger person never uses this for an older person. So it's mostly a kind of an age gap difference. So when someone is older, it's often say "Bien sit there." It's another abuse in Igbo. The next one is when they say Otolika gbagbuo. Now that I'm even talking about it, I never thought of what Otolika means. Otolika means like, it's just as similar to saying thunder fire you there, that kind of thing. Otolika is just Otolika gbagbuo. Let's just forget about it. It was just an insult. It's just an insult. Now the next one is Enwe. When someone calls you Enwe, Enwe is monkey. So if someone wants to make you feel bad or wants to refer to you as being ugly, it simply says that Enwe, you're a monkey, that kind of thing. So it's a terrible word, and that's not cool for many people. It causes a lot of problem right now in the society. These insults are bad, and people actually use it to cause trouble. Now, the next insult we're going to talk about is Akpiri. Akpiri is long throat. So someone who always wants to go where the food is, or talks about food all the time. He just call the person Akpiri. Akpiri is like the person is long throat. Akpiri ogologo. Long through, that kind of thing. The next thing we're going to talk about is Nkiti. Nkiti is a dog. A dog is, in Igbo, the context is used as which it means here is to say someone who flirts around, who goes around sleeping with anything under the skirt or under the trouser. And also, in the second meaning that it has, in the context it's used, no matter what the context means, is it also someone who goes back to his words after saying that I'm not doing this today, and tomorrow he goes back doing that same very thing. So that person is often called Nkiti, okay? And now let's go to the last one. Last one is Onye Mgbu. It's just similar to when we talked about asaj. Onye Mgbu is someone who doesn't think before he or she does something. He just goes ahead to do whatever that comes to his mind. So that kind of person is called Onye Mgbu, like Isi Aki. The person is going crazy. See, the person does not think about the consequences of his or her actions before doing them. Now you have had the 30 contemporary words and phrases for insults and also abuses in Igbo language. If we have gotten value watching this video, do not forget to give us a thumbs up. And also, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe icon right now so that you'll be informed whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I see you in my next video. Udo.